day 144. I've been up for about 30 minutes. It is 6 o'clock. About to eat my breakfast. I should be on the road by 6:30 when the sun comes up. Looked pretty good in the shelter last night. Nice and flat, plenty of room to flop around. This is supposed to be a creek that we cross on rocks. Definitely crossing on rocks. I see some puddles up there. It's the same creek that went by the shelter. I think it was Harper's Creek and Harper's Creek shelter last night. Oh, once we cross the creek, we get to go up, of course. Yeah, 7:45. I've been hiking an hour down to this river, and day hikers just said that fresh ground is set up down here somewhere. Wonder what he's got. I hope they weren't lying to me. Engineering. We got some real engineering going on now. One of these logs laying over a creek, an actual suspension bridge with the catenary curves from the bar. I'm sorry, from the cable. And we got the bouncy going on. Oh, love me a good suspension bridge. Looking upstream, looking at the bridge, looking downstream, looking at the bridge. Look at this, trail magic, fresh ground. You're a icon and an angel. It's been months. I saw him at the Iron Masters. Good morning, sir.
Well, what happens, they show up and then I got to feed them, so they actually make it harder for me.
Who's that?
People that show up that want to help.
No, I don't ever want to help.
I've never experienced it.
I got stoned yesterday.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, always. No, he's not a parent. He really
Nada.
I'm sure most of you know Fresh Ground. He is definitely an angel. Travels up and down the AT feeding hikers. He is here today because his sister is doing a section hike and he's supporting them. And so we just got super lucky. Yeah, he did take Shadow's phone number and he might reach out to us again, see where we are, and meet us somewhere. He likes to follow certain hikers, so I'm trying to be super nice to him. Welcome to the Priest and the Three Ridges Wilderness. It's a big climb and my belly's full. We have been climbing a mountain called the Priest for the past, oh God, in like almost 2 hours. We're less than half a mile from the top now though. Temperature's gone up. I am drenched with sweat. I'm sure it feels like I jumped in the pond, but I didn't. Wish I would, wish I could. Side trail to the Priest shelter, where the story is that the logbook is where you're supposed to write down your trail confessions. So might be interesting to read. Will definitely be a place for me to lay down. It's 11:30 and it's been a couple hours since I sat. All right, let's see what we got here. Forgive me, great monkey, for I have sinned. My trail bunny downhill tried to break up with me. It pains me to say it, but I killed him for his transgression. I buried his corpse by the old oak tree where we first made love. I miss you, little bunny. Salt Lick. There is perpetual mold on my Nalgene. I regularly use this hike and my lack of service as an excuse to not respond to text. Nothing too juicy, but I'm sure if I keep reading, I'd find something. Well, I did add to the priest confessionals. And now I'm gonna check out this bright orange privy. Look how clean and shiny it is. It's a little after 2 o'clock. Got 4.3 miles to the shelter. Shelter's off trail a little bit. I'm worried about whether there's going to be a water in the spring there, some water in the spring there, since everything else has been so dry, and there's no far out comments about whether the water is flowing there in the past month. So we have a contingency plan. If that place is dry, 1.9 miles downhill from there is a river of sorts with several campsites, which, you know, whoa, would be okay with me if that's where we went tonight. But if there's water at the shelter, then that's even better because of the amenities that they have, aka, namely a privy. Sealy Woodworth Shelter 2.2, going that way. Seems like it's been a while since I've seen a hillside of ferns, but there is one. I hope this is the sign I want, and it is. All right. So before we set up, I walked down here to see if there's some water, and I would say, oh yeah, water, 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 hey! Morning of day 120 at the Sealy Woodworth Shelter. The time is 6:20. Been awake since started moving around 5:30. Now I'm waiting for my turn in the privy. Looks like there were 7 of us here last night maybe. And everybody's getting up and moving around. I've got 14 miles to hike today is the plan. And we're gonna get picked up by KJ, who will take us to the hostel tonight and hopefully out to dinner. On trail this morning at 6:35. About 10 minutes of hiking so far. Just turned my headlamp off because I can just barely make out the trail. I don't know how the phone works with that, phone camera, but anywho, Shadow, of course, was gone around 6. Mosey and Nada still back at the camp. Nada looked like she had her pack packed, but Mosey seemed to be in the stage of making breakfast. He was just gonna eat some bars and cold coffee, but anyhow, seemed to be saying a lot of anyhow today. The night was fine. Didn't have too much problem with temperature regulation. It's not cold. Just probably in this around 60 right now. Maybe 58, I'm not sure, but I'm comfortable. So gonna hike about 2 miles from the campsite and cross a river/creek and top off my water bottle. That's supposed to be the last on-trail water source for the next 14 miles where we get picked up. So it'll be one of those kind of days, which is a good one. The ferns are turning brown. That makes me sad. I have to make a note of this, that my location is AT2. I wonder if this is super dangerous coming up. Salt Log Gap. It means we're going up. That's one thing I remember about a lot of the AT in the southern sections that I've hiked before is they put signs up to tell you what the name of the gap is that you're crossing. Very civilized down here in the south. There are some bugs. Reds and yellers. Yep. This looks like a picture I've got on my screensaver, only without my ugly mug in it. Tree of the day. Got a couple holes in it, trees growing out of trees. Don't know what's in there. Can't really see, I'll have to look at the video later. Probably not much anything. We're on the top of some mountain. This one's not a snapper, at least. Oh, you're in my shadow. Shadow and I have made it to the trailhead where KJ's car is, and I forgot to capture him hiking up the mountain. He passed us about a mile and a half ago. He kept going on up a little bit. He was getting a little exercise, but there's some trail magic here I am supposed to check out. It says, help yourself, my misfortune is your, come up, just reheat and enjoy. Oh my God. That is a tomahawk. Oh. What a joke. You think that thing's real?
9/14/25.
That's the day somebody put a big piece of meat out here. Yeah, it's on ice. Somebody was really trying to share that. Wonder why that was their misfortune. Aloha!
Aloha! Look who's here.
Look who's here.
Am I the star of the show? Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Who's ever alive.
What the hell? Holy shit! Look at the size of that thing.
Taking the trash. What else are you doing?
That's about it.
You gave him a plastic bag to put the giant meat in?
No.
No. We won't need a bag.
They're gonna eat that.
Yeah, that's one sitting.
It's lunch.
It will be.
Got enough room? Chow?
I mean, if you really think it's been bitten.
We don't know. The thing? The length on.
No.
Good thing. Cheers. Eat your meat.
Wait, it's so good. The problem is that it's unironically very good.
KJ has delivered us to Stanimal's 328 hostel, where we're trying to get sorted out. It seems to be a full house, and there may be one bed short. And so I'm gonna go last, and choosing the place to sleep tonight might be sleeping in my tent. KJ was nice enough to drive us to dinner, and we are have to turn in soon because we're going to get up awfully early in the morning because we are slack packing 21.5 miles today, tomorrow, something like that.
You are.
I am. Thanks for watching.